Hello, my name is John Block with the Sigler News Sentinel, and we're here today at Porum Football Media Days, and we're going to open this up with senior football player introductions.
My name is Braden Stinnett. I play linebacker and fullback.
My name is Seth Brown. I play quarterback.
My name is Easton Brown, and I play nose guard.
My name is Scotty Robson. I play center and nose.
Have you guys all been here for 4 years?
Yeah.
I have.
All
I
right.
only played for 2.
Did you play football somewhere else before this, or you're just new to football?
Yep.
Yes, sir. You play a certain position. What do you like about your position that you play?
Well, Seth, if I don't get the snap right, Seth's just there constantly telling me if I need to raise it, put more power on it. I like just having been told to do something if I do it wrong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got some new district opponents this year. Who are you most forward looking to playing this year in the new districts?
I'm really looking forward to playing Midway again. It's been a while since we have, and ready to set the tone for the next few years that we play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have a new coach this year. He came in the spring. What new stuff did he install, and how easily did you get used to it?
Installed a brand new offense and a brand new defense. Took it about a week to get used to it and 2 weeks to perfect it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then every year there's an underclassman that shows up every day to summer workouts and stuff. Who was that guy this year that showed up every day?
I'd say Drew. And he came out of nowhere. He went at it.
Hey, Drew.
Yes, sir. And what's their last names or?
Drew Brown. He's the right guard.
And Cooper Franklin.
What did you learn from the seniors last year that makes you prepared for this year?
What we learned was that you got to lay it out all on the field, and that as a senior, this is the last year you have to do that, and to play like every game is your last game.
What can you guys show leadership wise to teach these young guys how to play and how to act right?
Probably your work ethic, trying to perfect everything and not doing it, and doing it over and over until it is perfected.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You've had a long wait for the start of the season. What are you most looking forward to this year?
Winning games.
Scoring touchdowns.
Trust people.
And Porum, they've never won a playoff game. So are you working towards that goal, or?
We plan to win a playoff game this year, and if we win that one, maybe we can win the next one.
Yes, sir. And then every school has a great community support, whether it's in the stands or providing lunch or anything like that. What does Porum do for you guys that makes you proud to be a Panther?
They decorate everything at school. They hang up posters, decorate all the halls and stuff. And normally we get food right before games and after games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, is there anything else you guys want to add? That's all the questions I got. You guys want to add anything else?
We've had the past 3 years, we've had Natalie Brown, my mom, feed us before every game, and we've had multiple people, multiple parents, always in on that and supporting us. But this year's been a lot different. Ever since coaches come in, we've seen a lot of community backing and a lot more people that for a while were distant now coming back into it.
Yes, sir. Well, that's it from Porum Football Media Days. Thank you, guys.
Hi, my name's Larry Childers. I'm the new head football coach at Porum High School. We play under the name of the Porum Panthers, and we're located in Porum, Oklahoma. I was here before in '82 and '83 as my first year. My first head coaching job was here at Porum when I was just like 26 years old. Now I'm up in my middle 60s, and I'm coming back for another run at it to help these young kids learn and develop football and see if we can win a playoff game and get to a playoff game.
Yes, sir. You were in retirement for a few years. What drew you out of retirement, and why did you come back to Porum?
You know, I still had the fire and the motivation and desire to do it. I've always enjoyed the competitive nature of high school athletics. I've been coaching football since 1977, and it's just part of something that I've always done, and I kind of missed it. But mostly I missed the coaches and the camaraderie of the players. And those, I would say that probably been the driving force for me coming back, trying to go give it a second run at it. I loved Porum when I was here the first time, and it's like coming home and homecoming for me. And I think that we got a chance to be well improved going into this season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last year they had the talks of they were going to go to the playoffs and make the playoffs and stuff like that, but they didn't reach those goals. What's something you can do as a coach just to set your goals high and help them accomplish those goals?
Well, our main thing is to teach the fundamentals of the game, make sure that they understand how to block, how to tackle, how to carry the football, how to do the fundamentals, the basic things that you got to do as a football player in order to be successful. Now, once we get all our guys doing the same thing and pulling the rope together, I think that we'll be a strong unit. I think we'll be able to move football on offense. We should be pretty stout on defense. I know people have to earn the 11th game. You know, you get 10 to play, but you got to earn the right to play in the playoff game, and that's called the 11th game. So if everything goes to plan, and everybody's got the same plan, let's go to the playoffs. Everybody wants to do that, but unfortunately, not everybody can. So in order to do it, you got to earn your respect. You got to earn your way up the ladder. You got to be able to be in a position to go out and win games and earn the right to play in a playoff game come week 11.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they were talking about how you had installed a new offense. What style is that offense, and did you do anything with the defense?
Yes, sir. We started out with the wing T, and we're kind of getting away from that a little bit. We're going to go more running downhill at people. We got strong offensive linemen. We got strong runners, and we feel like to our best advantage is to go take the ball and go right at people. We're trying to run right at them. Try to and get away from the wing T where wing T's kind of finesse, smoke and mirrors. But we didn't want to go sideline to sideline. We'd rather go goal line to goal line. So we changed it up, and now we're in the spread, and we're running along the spread offense. And our quarterback can throw. Our running backs are pretty good, and we got people that can catch the football on the perimeter. So I like our chances on offense. Defensively, we put in a whole new scheme. We run a 3-3 scheme or a 4-2 scheme, and these kids have bought into it, and they seem to be flourishing in it pretty well. I mean, we haven't played a game yet where the bullets are flying. Those guys coming, but once we get into a game situation, see how we react to the bullets, they're going to be flying around us. Then we'll know what we need to go do further on down the road as far as tweaking defenses and tweaking offenses and things like that. But the kids are willing, and they're trying hard, and they're putting out the effort to make it happen. So we'll see what happens toward the every week's a different week. If we can win enough weeks to get earn the right to play in the 11th game, it will be a big step forward in our program.
Yes, sir. You've said you've been coaching for a long time.
Yes.
Where were you at before this?
My first coaching job was at Warner as a graduate assistant in 1977. Then I went from Warner to Okmulgee, and I was at Okmulgee for 1 year. And then I went to Morris High School, and we were ranked number 1 in 3A for most of the year, and we got beat out by Vian in the playoffs in '83, I think it was. And we had a good chance to go win the state championship. Vian, I don't think won the state championship that year, but they were in the finals. And then from Morris, I went to this right here. I came to Porum. Calvin Moore was my principal, and he hired me to come here and resurrect this program. And so I came, and the ironic thing about it, the year I left Morris, they won the state championship. And then they won it again 2 years later. So, but I never looked back, and God had a plan for me, his plan was for me to be at Porum, and that's where I ended up, and then from Porum I went to Shakota, and I was at Shakota for 15 years, and played a lot of Stigler games. We played a lot against the Stigler Panthers, and and then from Shakota I went to Weber Falls for 5 years. Then Weber Falls went to our conference rival Midway for 2 years. Then to Hilldale High School in Muskogee for 8 years, and then I finished up. I was at Midway twice, Hilldale 3 times, and Porum 2 times. Very rare do you get a chance to go back after your first time, but I've got to go back several times to schools that I enjoyed working with and working for. And on my last coaching job before I retired was at Colgate High School in Cole County. I was there for 2 years and then I retired. But I've been working there every day since. I've always been teaching school. Even though I was retired, I was still teaching school. So all I've done is just add an extracurricular activity to my day.
Yes,
So
sir.
I was still in the classroom, but now I'm out on the field working with kids. That's something I really enjoy doing.
Yes, sir. And were you at Colgate when you retired, and then did you stay at Colgate? Or?
Yeah, when I was at Colgate, I retired and I moved back to Muskogee, and then I was living in Muskogee, working at Swim and Fitness. I was helping elderly people with the weights and helping them on the physical fitness recoveries. And I was there for about 3 years, and then the Porum job opened up. I really wasn't interested early on, but the more I got looking into it, the more phone calls I got about the job. I started looking into it and thought, hey, it might be something I really, really would like to do in my later stages of my career. And so I called Mr. Berry and told him I was interested, and he said, if you come down to the board meeting this week, he said, we'll talk to you. And I went to the board meeting, and after the board meeting that night, I got hired.
Yeah.
So a lot of them they remembered me from when I was here before. So a couple of board members now were high school students when I was here before. Now they're on the school board. And Braden Stennett, his dad's on the school board, and Braden is one of our running backs. And a very good player, very, very good player.
Yes, sir. You said that you've been a few different places more than once.
Yes.
Why was it important for you not to burn a bridge and be able to go back to those places that you once coached at?
I would say my upbringing, my mom and dad always taught us as we were kids to never, if you leave something, always leave on good terms. Just don't, they didn't like drama. We weren't brought up on drama. We were brought up on just keeping everything status quo. Everybody get along. There's don't cause any ruffles or waves. And that's kind of the way I approached it. And but my goodness, it's been a good ride ever since. So.
Yes, sir. And then getting back to football, what did you see in the summer workouts that you really liked that could show up on Friday nights?
Well, what I really liked about was their attendance. They said they were going to be here. They were going to be here, and some could come to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Some might come at 5 o'clock in the morning. But whenever they were here, they worked, and they made an effort to get here because they're all wanting to win. They're all wanting to go out as winners. I want our seniors to go out as winners. Our underclassmen have got to come through and help the seniors go out as winners because seniors don't keep doing it by themselves. And just those type of things right there. That's the team concept, team before individual, and these guys, they know that. They're all good friends. My goodness, I couldn't have had a better group of kids to work with my first year back. They're just great kids. They're great kids. They got good leadership ability, good church-going kids. Just a joy to work with. Really, really a joy.
Yes, sir. And I asked the kids this, but what does it mean to you to have a great community support, and how have they been able to help you?
It means everything in the world. Last night we had our first junior high game. Trampus Tripp was in here. His son plays on our junior high team. He took care of the speakers, the sound system, raking the grass, getting everything cleaned up. He's a scoreboard maintenance guy. He does it all. And he's also got other jobs he does here in Porum. But he invested a lot of his time, a lot of his effort right out of this football field. And whatever we can do to return our favor to him, we will. They play little league games out there on the weekends. So we're going to always be there to support him and support them little leaguers as they're coming through. And when they get up to be in 6th grade, maybe we'll reap some benefits to that. I don't know what we already have, but All kids like to play, and we don't, if you don't have football, you can take a chance with kids moving out of your school district. So if you lose 5 kids a year or 10 kids a year to go play football in another school, that hurts your ADM, especially when you're already small. Now, a team like, let's say Muskogee, it wouldn't bother Muskogee. If they lost 10 kids, it wouldn't bother them, because they got plenty to choose from. But we lose 10 boys, or 10 girls, it makes a difference
Yes,
in
sir.
our ADM, because we got a lot of good facilities here, we got a lot of proud people, and we're trying to build a proud tradition
Yes,
in a
sir.
class way.
Yes, sir. Your first game back as head coaches of Porum is Friday night at South Coffeyville.
Yep.
That's a good drive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Do you plan to leave earlier than normal?
We're gonna leave at 2:30, 2:45. Time we get the bus loaded up and get the kids settled in on the bus. Cheerleaders will be on the bus with us. That's just the times we live in. We can't afford to take 2 buses, so we put everybody as much as we can on one bus. And our buses are really good. They're big. They're comfortable. There's no reason for any kid not to have a good ride on our buses.
Yes, sir. With your first game coming up, what are you most looking forward to Friday night?
Friday night, I'm looking for execution, toughness, attention to detail, do your job, and tackle people that's got the football, and don't listen to all the chatter that goes on out there on the football field. Just get in on the field, line up, play solid football, and don't worry about too much, and they should be fine.
Yes, sir. Well, that's all I got today, Coach.
That's very thankful, John. Very thankful. I'm glad to be able to do it.
Yes, sir.